little too much lean, huh? I think one reason why narcissists carry so much depression is because they do not feel truly loved for themselves, because they don't show themselves. They don't show their true selves, so they do not feel love for themselves. Even if a person shows them genuine love, they're not going to take it as, you truly love me, because I'm not showing you the real me. So how can you love the true me? How can you love the real me when I'm not showing you the real me? And when you feel like someone's not in love with you for the real you, you don't really feel loved. They don't really feel loved. They don't feel loved. That's where all the evil comes from. People not feeling loved. That's where it all stems from. People not feeling loved. People feeling disrespected. People feeling like their feelings do not matter. Do my feelings matter to anybody? They don't feel loved. And then the people they hurt, they don't feel loved either, right? Well, the narcissist was also a victim of narcissism. All narcissists are also victims of narcissism. That's what we don't want to believe, right? A lot of people don't want to believe it. No, they're just evil. We're doing the same thing narcissists do. We want to dehumanize them so we can hate them. We're doing the same thing. That's what I'm trying not to do. You don't dehumanize them. That's what we want to do. No, they're just evil. They're born evil. They're just out to get me because they're evil. They are also victims of narcissism. They're probably still victims of narcissism. If their parents are still alive, they're probably they're still victims. They're still enduring the abuse, or whoever was abusing them. Usually it's the parents, the guardians, whatever guardians they had. All narcissists are also victims of narcissism. Where else did they learn it? We don't want to look at them as victims, right? We want to be the victim. Yeah, I'm the victim, not the nurse. No. We're all victims. All of us. Even the narcissists. So don't do what the narcissists do. Don't dehumanize the narcissist. And you are now the narcissist. You're being narcissistic if you're dehumanizing people. We want to call him serpent and monster and evil demon. What's wrong with you? Demonic. You must be possessed. Possessed by the devil. You're Satan. Catastrophizing and dehumanizing. You're not looking at them as the victim. You're not seeing them as the victim that they are. They're a victim. That's why they act like that. Well, mainly it's, a lot of it has to do with the substance use, as I mentioned before. You add the substance use to all that repressed trauma, the ship has sailed. The person has left the building. Sober people. Think of all the trauma you've been through. Imagine if you also added alcohol and drugs, which I have done before. Take all that repressed anger, repressed hurt, the denial, mainly the anger. It's all repressed anger. The irony is they deny that they were ever abused. A lot of narcissists deny that they were ever abused, even the coverts. They're victims about this and this and this and this, but when you ask them, were you ever abused? They want to be in denial about that for some reason. I don't know why. It's weird. Everything's flipped. Everything is paradoxical. It's weird. They don't want to believe that they had an. It's really weird. The first step in recovering from abuse is realizing that you were abused. A lot of them don't want to admit they were abused, that it was abuse that they went through. And they're afraid to get angry about it. They're afraid to get angry about it. They grew up not feeling loved. They grew up with conditional love. I'll love you. I'll love you as long as you act this way. I'll love you as long as you feed my delusions. I'll love you as long as you agree with me about everything. I'll love you as long as you never show me resentment about the abuse I shell out to you. As long as you stay good and never refuse my abuse, I will love you. That's what they grew up with. So they never truly felt loved growing up. And then when they meet partners or whatever, partner tries to show them love, they're not going to truly feel love because they're not showing you the real them. So it's just this perpetual unloved feeling, which must be horrible. And that's one explanation for the sadness. They don't feel like anyone respects their feelings. They've never experienced that. They've never experienced unconditional love. Yeah, you kind of irritate me, but I still love you. They don't know that. They don't know that world. It's love or hate, black and white, love or hate. And they always think you have an agenda and something up your sleeve and you're nice to them. Because that's what they had to deal with. They had to go through trusting someone and then having that trust broken. Over and over again. They don't know how to accept love. Because they're under such a thick mask. You're only loving me from a mask. I don't feel truly loved. You're only loving this. So it's just one observation. One observation. What do you do about it? I don't know. Again, it's up to them. It's like I said before, it's probably going to take putting them in a cage so they can't drink or use drugs and force them to sober up. I feel like that's the only way. Unless they're contained, they're going to run around and keep doing it. And if they're running around by running around I mean continuing to use, they're never going to reflect. You have to have a clear, sober mind to reflect. And even begin to heal mentally. You can't heal mentally while you're drunk. I'm going to start my healing now. I'm too hungover to deal with the healing thing. No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You can't have you can't begin to heal after you just snorted a line or pill, whole bottle of pill. Okay, let the healing begin. No, people. No. It requires sobriety for diet, sobriety. It's very complex. It takes a lot of work, people. Proper diet, sobriety. It takes a lot of work, people. Like a sugarcoat ya. Oh my god, I have to give up all these things. You're not giving up, you're gaining. You're gaining. It's not cutting off a limb to stop drinking. To some people, it's literally you're cutting off a limb. No. It's like giving up air. If you're stuck, if I can't drink, I can't have air. It's poison. I've never been that addicted to alcohol. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. I don't get it at all. Stuff tastes like bathroom cleaner. I don't get it. But I guess if you've been drinking that long enough, you just need it. I can't speak from the soul on that one because I don't get it. I've never been that addicted to alcohol. I had my party days, but I don't get it. And just like extreme denial. They don't want to blame anything on the drink. Nothing is the drink's fault. Nothing. The drinks are always innocent, right? Drinks are always innocent. They don't want to believe it's poisonous. They don't want to believe it's bad at all. I'm going off on a tangent here. It's all about how to get them well. And it's not going to happen unless they do a major overhaul on their diet and lifestyle. It's not going to happen until then. And that will probably not happen unless you put them in a cage. So they can't do it. Because I don't know if they have the strength to quit themselves. I don't know if they have the strength to quit themselves. Probably takes putting them in a cage and forcing them to quit. Seriously. Literally seriously. I'm crazy. No, I'm not. I'm talking reality here. Practical. They're not going to stop unless you put them in a cage. Most of them. Because they don't know. They're terrified to stop. They don't know how to stop. It's like giving up air. So, you're going to have to kind of lock them in and put the key in your pocket if you want them to ever sober up. Because I don't know how else they're going to sober. I don't know if they have the willpower or the mental strength. Also, their environment. Their environments are usually very toxic. Everyone around them does it also and enables them to do it. They have to get out of their environment. It takes the complete overhaul. Diet, sobriety, get out of that toxic whatever. If you're living in a house full of people who use, you gotta get out of there. I mean, it takes a lot. It's worth it. It's worth every ounce of effort, but it takes a lot. It's a big mountain you gotta climb, and when you reach the peak, it's awesome. But it's a big mountain you gotta climb. And it all stems from not feeling loved. Feeling like you are not able to be loved because all you show is this mask. So nobody's really loving you for you. So you don't really feel loved. How do you make them feel loved? Are they ever going to feel loved unless they take off their mask? Is there anything you can do if they are keeping the mask on? Is there anything you can do? I can show you as much as I can. But if you got the love block mask on, it's not going to reach your heart. That mask is there's also a heart mask. It's the hint. It blocks the heart too from receiving any love. And the mask is not going to come off until they do the overhaul. Complete makeover. So, if you can lock them in a cage, okay, great. And not get arrested, okay, great. Officer, judge, it's necessary. It's a necessity, okay. Work with me here. I don't know. How to make them feel loved. They got to do the overhaul first. What you can do on your end is try to stay calm. Try to stay calm. That's all you can do on your end. Try to stay calm. It's not easy. It's not going to happen all the time. I'm not going to be calm all the time. Just practice calmness. Because escalating it does not make it better. Does it? Does it? So just be calm. That's all you can do. And promote. It depends on the relationship. Sometimes it's the person you really care about. You don't want to give up on. You don't want to give up on that person. You can't. You can't give up on that person and live without guilt. You just can't, because that person really matters to you. You cannot give up on that person. You don't want to. And if you give up on that person, you're going to be living with guilt forever. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. If you give up on a person you care about, you're going to feel guilty. That's just guilt trap. But if it's the person casual, first of all, narcissism, it's not just a casual thing. It's a close connection. I suppose there's different brushes with it. There's different levels of encounters. You can have a run-in with a narcissist, but when you're enmeshed, that's different from being enmeshed with a narcissist, right? You know what I'm talking about? Enmeshed. Enmeshment is when your brain... I'm totally going on all kinds of tangents here, so sorry. It's all about not feeling love, but enmeshment. I should do a whole video on enmeshment. Real quick, enmeshment is when your brain is completely infected with another person's brain, and all you can think about all day long and night in your dreams is what that person's thinking. You're completely obsessed with what that person is thinking. Their brain is your brain. Their brain is your brain. What they want you to be is who you are. You're totally enmeshed with this person. You're obsessed with their perception of you. That's enmeshment. Anyway, move on. Anyway, I'll go into more about enmeshment later. You probably all felt it, even though if you don't know the term enmeshment, you don't even know what it's a thing. That crazy obsession you're feeling that leaves you exhausted and just in mind fog. You can't focus. Your mind is a popcorn machine. You can't focus. Popcorn machine on the fritz. You cannot direct your focus onto anything and get anything done. Hardly. Always worried about what they think. Constantly worrying about what they think. Waiting on a reply for them. Worried about what they think. It's just completely obsessed with this person. That's enmeshment. It's icky. And you believe everything they say about you. You allow them to shrink you. You allow them to shrink you, make you want to shrink. Okay, I'm curled up in a little ball. Are you happy now? That's enmeshment. As long as you stay in fetal position, it's all good, right? It's the same. Anyway. What's the solution? I went over the solution. The solution is crazy, but that's the only solution. Is the solution legal? No. Let's say the solution really containment. Forced containment. Is it humane? I'd say yes. If it's done properly. Humanely. Would they freak out? Yes. I don't know, psychologically, would that be? Well, at least they'd be sober. They get out, they're sober. And that's what needs to happen, the detoxing. Anyway, what am I? I'm not going to say what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm going off on a whole tangent here. The whole thing is they don't feel loved. And they can't feel loved. So, once again, toxic may sin exit. It's not so much about finding a solution, it's just more about uncovering explanations. Okay. This is kind of like another piece to the puzzle. Okay. I found another piece to the puzzle. This puzzle's never going to be complete, but I found another piece. There's another piece. Whoopsie! Okay. I think that's a sign that this needs to end.